So today I'm gonna make a pedal board. I'm gonna show you some basics, so this will give you a good starting point if you wanna build your own pedal board. The concept with this is it's affordable, it's small, I can grab this, take it to a practice easy, and it'll be a lot of fun. So the first thing I have is this basic Donner pedal board. I've had this forever. It's kind of dirty. I'm just gonna build something, like I said, I wanna build something small. So I'm gonna use this as my base, and then I'm gonna use this power supply. I think it's like 50 bucks. It's just an isolated power supply. There's better power supplies out there, but if you're looking for something on a budget, this is a good starting point. So we'll use this for now. So the first pedal that we're gonna add to our chain is gonna be this tuner pedal. I would recommend a good tuner pedal. This one you can get for like $40, and it does a good job. It tunes and it acts as a bypass. So if I need to mute my amp, I can turn it on, off, just simply. I'm gonna put that at the beginning of the chain. When you're working on a pedal board, you're gonna work from the right to the left. My next recommendation is you wanna think of what your dynamic pedals are gonna be. So if you have a compressor, if you have a gate, that would be next in the chain. I don't have one that I'm gonna be using, so we're gonna skip that part. After your dynamic effects, then you're gonna look at your filtered effects, which is gonna be like your wah pedal, or you're gonna look at like if you have like an EQ pedal. So you could, if you wanted to, put this next in the chain. I'm not gonna add a wah pedal to this because I don't need it. The next effects I have in the chain, since I don't have a dynamic or a filtered effect, is gonna be my high gain. So I'm gonna start from lowest to highest gain. In this case, I have this really cool Mojo overdrive pedal, which I really enjoy. And then I have this fuzz pedal, this super fuzz. I've talked about this on multiple videos. I love this pedal, so that's gonna be the next in line. So I'm just gonna be using these two as my overdrive distortion and as a fuzz, just to kind of keep things interesting. The next thing in line is gonna be your modulation effects. So in my case, I'm gonna add a chorus pedal. So this is just one that I found on Amazon that I thought was pretty cool. It's the Indio AC2 analog chorus. I never play with chorus, so I think this is gonna be a fun one on this pedal. Yeah, and then I'm gonna add a tremolo. So if you're not sure what modulation pedals are, the three main ones you're gonna come across are gonna be your chorus, your flanger, and your phase. And they all work fairly similar. A chorus is basically taking a copy of the original audio or multiple copies, and you're gonna modulate the pitch or the delay of it to create like a chorusy effect. But you're gonna be hooking up the delay time to like an LFO, a low frequency oscillator, and that creates like this swooshing motion. And basically a phaser is working very similar, but in this case, you're taking like a notch in the EQ and you're hooking that up to an LFO, you're modulating it back and forth, and that creates a very similar effect to a flanger. So those are the three kinds that you would come across. Tremolo is also a modulation pedal as well, but in this case, we're modulating the volume of something, so it's going in and out. Once we have our modulation effects, the final section is our time-based effects. In this case, I have a reverb that I'm gonna add. So time-based effects would be like delay, reverb. So that's the order that you wanna think of when you're setting up a pedal. Take it with a grain of salt. If you find you wanna change the order, it's your barbecue. Do what you feel. There are no wrong answers, unless it sounds like shit. So now that I have roughly how I want this to look on the board, it's nice and neat, let's get this taped down. So let me show you what I got. I got this really cool kit from Amazon. It's called the Crosby Pedalboard Grip Kit. So it's got some cool stuff. A really cool tip is I'm gonna assemble these first together, like so. And instead of putting big chunks down, I'm actually just gonna cut accordingly. So, move these over. So I'll just kind of put a piece like this. So, start with the power supply. It's gonna be contacted. So let's talk about cables. The connectors, these ones are just the Amazon brand. You can get these online for 10 bucks, 12 bucks. Like I said, I'll have the links below. They're the cheap Amazon brand, but they work great. If you're not convinced or you're not sure, this is always an amazing investment to have kicking around. This is a cable tester. So one end like this, I can see everything is where it's supposed to be. And I went through all my cables just to verify that they're working, because it sucks if you get everything wired up and it doesn't work. It doesn't work. So yeah, I'm just gonna go through, finish up this. I'll have all the links below so you can see all the pedals that I use, all the cabling that I use. You can get an idea of how much this cost. It should be under 400 bucks. But honestly, this is a very fun build. This is something that I can now use, and it's gonna sound really good. I can probably get like 90% of what I need out of this board. So that's pretty exciting. Thank you very much. Take care and happy pedaling. Bye everyone.